everyone, my name is Ali Stanisel and this is a rapid fire Q&A about the most Googled questions regarding real estate. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the state of Oregon and Washington. I've been doing real estate for about 10 years. How much do realtors make? It just depends on how much you want to work and the effort that you're willing to put in. If you could sell one home a month, in my market, the average home sale price is about $500,000. The average commission is about 2.5%, so that's $12,500. If you could sell one a month, you can make over $150,000 a year. Now, what do real estate agents do? You think we're out here showing pretty homes and opening doors, and although that is the majority of the time you spend on the field, step number one, you get a client. Step number two, you figure out what they're looking for, what their needs are. You help them get pre-approved if they aren't pre-approved already. Now you know what they're looking for, how much they can afford. You look up homes, you set up showings, you drive to the showings, you pick a home that you like, and if you're lucky, you're not in a multiple offer situation where you're overbidding. And then once your offer gets accepted, you go pending. You're gonna have to do a home inspection and then negotiate repairs. Once all that's negotiated, your buyer in the background simultaneously is doing their loan application, submitting the documents, ordering the appraisal. Now the bank's gonna come out, and if you're lucky, you're not gonna have any conditions or issues with the appraisal. It's gonna come in at value and you're on your way to closing. Then you're scheduling signing, waiting for the property to record, then you celebrate. So essentially showing homes is a very small piece of the pie. I would say what real estate agents actually do is work with people and deal with people from all walks of life in a very high intense, stressful situation, because most people buying a home, that is the biggest source of their wealth. And that is where they have the most money invested. And they're gonna trust you to take care of that. So you have to use extreme care and extreme diligence and knowledge when handling such a big investment. It's a lot of responsibility, a lot of liability, and a lot of exposure. So if you can't handle that kind of stress, this might not be the job for you. How to become a real estate agent. So the barrier to entry in real estate is very easy, and that's why anybody and everybody does it. The good thing is you have a wide selection of agents to choose from. The bad side is that there's also a lot of bad agents out there that give us a bad reputation. So you just have to take your online course depending on what state you're in. I'm in Oregon and Washington. Washington only requires 90 hours. Oregon requires 150 hours. You do the classes, you take the test, you pass the test, you notify DOL, Department of Licensing, you get your fingerprints, you pay a ton of fees. I think that's the whole point of getting your licenses, just so they could take your money, but that's besides the point. I think total, all in all, to start with all of those calculated, you're looking at about $2,000 to $3,000. Once you're actually an agent, you have to sign up with the RMLS. That's about $180 every 3 quarters. But the biggest expense that we all face is the National Association of Realtors. That's about $800 for the whole year just to be a member. Almost every brokerage does and did require it. I'm not sure what the fallout is from the NAR lawsuit. A lot of big brokerages are leaving the National Association of Realtors. So if you're in a brokerage that's not part of the NAR, you're not gonna pay those fees, and that is huge savings because that's a reoccurring fee every year. And of course, you can't have a criminal background. You have to be 18 years or older, and then some education requirements depending on what state you're in. How long does it take to become a real estate agent? This part is completely up to you. It's an online course, so you kind of go at your own speed. I've seen some people blast through it in about 2 weeks. I've seen other people take a year because they never log on, they don't do their education, they never schedule the test, and let's say they pass the course and you still have to go to the DOL, submit an application. All of that takes time. If you're driven, if you're committed, and if you're motivated, you could get it done in just a couple of weeks. If you're not, you could possibly never get your license. Is being a real estate agent worth it? It depends on your goals in life. So being in real estate has completely changed my life. Not only do a lot of people find financial freedom through real estate, having a license and being able to buy and sell property for myself has been an absolute game changer. People can make a lot of money in real estate. You buy and sell for yourself, while you buy and sell for other people, but most importantly, it gives you access to a ton of data, paperwork, knowledge, people in the industry, and not just that, but properties. So it gives you access to on-market deals, off-market deals. You're often the first person to see properties hit the market. One of the biggest deals that I bought at the beginning of my career, I've done bigger deals since, but In about 2018, I bought this 10-unit apartment building. It had just come on the market. I got notified. I was able to write an offer for myself right away, and I went pending within 24 hours. I didn't have to call an agent. I didn't have to wait for them to get me the paperwork. I didn't have to compete with other offers. I saw it. I had access to all the resources that I needed to buy it, and I was able to buy it. And I collected that commission, and then I sold it 3 years later, also through myself and my license. I didn't have to hire or wait on anybody or trust somebody to negotiate on my behalf. Again, knowledge, resources, and access to the market. I think I cleared over $1 million on that deal in the 3 years that I held it, because I was able to be in real estate. Now, of course, not everybody getting into real estate is going to start buying and flipping and investing long-term in real estate, but it was worth it for me just for that portion of it. Now, on the flip side, I also get to help a lot of people and change a lot of people's lives, and I'm super passionate about real estate investing. So a lot of buyers come to me and they'll try to buy a home, and I'll sell them a duplex instead, and they'll live in one side, rent out the other. So I'd like to think that I've changed a lot of people's lives. That is the primary goal. I get to wake up every day, meet incredible people, do an amazing job, get to tour beautiful homes. And I think for me, it is extremely worth it. And anybody that asks, I always recommend going for it and actually giving it an honest effort, and you will be successful. Can you do real estate part-time? When I first started in real estate, I found a lot of success by not only working full-time, which I would classify as 40 hours a week. I was going up to 50, 60, 80 hours a week, and I was extremely successful. When people would ask me, can I do real estate part-time? You could do anything part-time, but why would you want to? Why would you want to pick like an incredible career like real estate and not go 1,000%? Do the best that you can do. I don't think you could be as successful part-time unless, let's say, you've been in the industry for like 20 years, you have an office admin, a buyer's agent, a showing assistant. Unless you have a full team and you only have to check in every once in a while, then I can say, yeah, sure, you could do it part-time. But when you're starting out, it is such a struggle to get business, and it is such a struggle to establish who you are. I think doing it part-time kind of limits your knowledge, your confidence, everything that you know about the market, because you're not immersed in it. So my biggest advice would be, real estate's an incredible career. Go full throttle, 1,000%, do it full-time, and live and breathe real estate. That would be my best advice if you want to get into a career like this, and I think you should. How do real estate agents find clients? Back in the day, they would door knock, they would cold call, they would do all of the things that they had access to, and it worked for a very long time. With the times changing though, and people are not answering their doors anymore, you have to look at where are people's attention? Right here, on their phone. So if you like social media, if you like creating content, if you like getting in front of people, you could be extremely successful just doubling down and getting in front of people where they're looking. They also used to do radio ads and TV commercials and a bunch of other things that were successful at that time, but people aren't listening to the radio. They have their Spotify on. People aren't watching the news or looking at TV. They're looking at their phone. If you can get on their phone, if you can get in front of them, you can get a lot of clients from there. Now, of course, secondary to that is your sphere of influence, people that you know, people that you talk to, people in your community. You want to really get out there and establish a presence, a trusted presence, to where people can go to for all of their real estate needs. In the 60 seconds that you talk to someone in person, that's only 1 to 2 to 3 people that you reach, let's say at a church event or at a picnic. When you're online, when you're on social media, when you're on their phone, you could potentially reach thousands of people in their market. About 75% of my clients come from social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I can directly tie which client came from which platform. That's where I would spend the majority of my time trying to get clients. Is there a difference between a realtor, broker, and a real estate agent? Real estate agent is what we do and who we are. The word realtor is trademark. You have to be a member of the National Association of Realtors to be able to use it. That's why you'll see like Ali Stanisel, realtor TM. It's trademark. It's like saying iPhone versus phone. That's proprietary. And then a broker in my state, a broker is everybody. The person that manages everybody is a principal broker. So that's my designation. I'm a principal broker in the state of Oregon, and then a managing broker in the state of Washington. Because my states have given real estate agents the name of broker, in the majority of the country, everybody's an agent and the supervising person is the broker. But here, it's broker and principal broker. So if you're just a person coming into the industry in Oregon and Washington, you will automatically be called a broker. Thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions, leave them down below.